shouldn't be too much. Like, what are we talking about? I don't understand what's going on with it among football fans. Now, let's narrow it down to Arsenal fans. This nonsense, oh, let's give Jesus rest, let's give Odegaard rest, let's give Xhaka rest. I understand that you shouldn't overload these players with so much minutes. But guess what? It's just the beginning of the season. Until on Sunday, they've been playing one match per week. So call the crap. These players need to be fit as possible and they need to play as much as possible. I'm not saying you shouldn't manage their minutes. I'm not saying you should overplay them and let them get injured. No, they are professional athletes and they are young and they are peaking recovery. They are peaking their strength. They should be able to play on Thursday, Sunday, Thursday without strains. Whether you rest them or not, injuries is part of the game. They can pick up injuries during training. Smith Rowe picked up an injury on Sunday, not during the match, at the warm down after the match. How do you legislate for that? This nonsense that some of the mainstream media has pushed, some of the content creators have, all this fear mongering doesn't just make sense. Think about this logically. Come on, apply some brain. Let's not be silly. What about peak professional athletes? You guys are over worrying. These guys have. Hi guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video for the upgrading, and make sure you turn the notification bell so when I drop these videos, you can be alerted. Like I said, while watching, do not forget to stick a like, smash that like on the video. So I'm going to do the preview and some of the points in the presser for the match against FC Zurich. We know the team has just traveled to Switzerland in the Europa League to play FC Zurich. That should be a very interesting match. I know on Sunday we lost against Manchester United. This will be a nice match for us to take a kind of a comeback, regain our confidence, regain momentum ahead of the Everton game at the weekend. We're not going to speak about the Everton game right now. We're going to stick on the FC Zurich Europa League match at Switzerland. Now, there have been talks about, oh, what kind of team should we expect to be on display? Should Arsenal field their first 11 or should be, quote unquote, a depleted team, the second string team? Like, first of all, let's chill. I do not subscribe, neither do I buy into this narrative and conversation that, oh, you have to have just the second string team playing Europa League. Absolute nonsense. Play the team as strong as possible and play the team that's going to win the match. I don't mind Jesus starts tomorrow. These are professional players, these are professional athletes. Like, this is their job and they are young. Playing on Sunday, Thursday, and Sunday shouldn't be too much. Like, what are we talking about? I don't understand what's going on with it among football fans. Now, let's narrow it down to Arsenal fans. This nonsense, oh, let's give Jesus rest, let's give Odegaard rest, let's give Xhaka rest. I understand that you shouldn't overload these players with so much minutes. But guess what? It's just the beginning of the season. Until on Sunday, they've been playing one match per week. So call the crap. These players need to be fit as possible and they need to play as much as possible. I'm not saying you shouldn't manage their minutes. I'm not saying you should overplay them and let them get injured. No, they are professional athletes and they are young and they are peaking recovery. They are peaking their strength. They should be able to play on Thursday, Sunday, Thursday without strains. Whether you rest them or not, injuries is part of the game. They can pick up injuries during training. Smith Rowe picked up an injury on Sunday, not during the match, at the warm down after the match. How do you legislate for that? This nonsense that some of the mainstream media has pushed, some of the content creators have, all this fear mongering doesn't just make sense. Think about this logically. Come on, apply some brain. Let's not be silly. What about peak professional athletes? You guys are over worrying. These guys have the best of nutritionists around them, diets around them, doctors around them. Come on, let's see. This fear mongering is just crazy because some online content creators need to fear mong so that they can get traction and engagement and some money, which I understand. But the subscribers, the audience should be smart enough to catch up on these little things. Come on, let's not be silly. So let's take on the Arsenal squad. Fortunate for me, I was happy that Ateta went with a very, very strong squad. So I'm not expecting Jesus to start tomorrow. I'm expecting Keita to have some start, but I will not be surprised if he decides to go with Jesus. I won't be surprised. Now, let's start from the injury news. We are hearing that Cedric has a little knock, so won't be part of the game. He hasn't traveled. We know of Partey has been injured. He won't be part of he wasn't part of the squad in travel. Who again? Let me confirm real quick. Let me see. Because we have a few injuries. We have a Smith Rowe injury, Partey injury, and Cedric. Those are the significant injuries we have at the moment. And we've gone with a very, very strong score. So I'm expecting maybe Holding could start tomorrow. I'll be surprised Holding start against FC Zurich tomorrow. Tomiyasu hasn't had too many games. So I understand if there is rotation. And I remember Arteta saying it in the last game, press conference or 2 games ago, saying there'll be rotations, but the rotations should not affect the flow of the team. That it doesn't expect heavy rotation. And I expect that. Maybe, like I said, Gabriel and Saliba have been playing 5 games. They've been playing a lot of games. So, and we have extra bodies that have not been playing. So, I understand if there's rotation there. But in the center of the midfield, we are thin. The Xhaka is out. Sorry, I just say Xhaka is not out. So, touch wood, Xhaka will be out. What I mean, Partey is out, and Onania out immediately, unfortunately. And we are thin. We have Xhaka and Sambi. So, I will expect both of them to start. Guess what? Xhaka has one of the most super fit player we've had in a long time. He really gets injured, and when he gets injured, he comes back ahead of schedule. So I won't be surprised Xhaka starts tomorrow because we are thin in the midfield. Sambi needs another game to recover from the appalling and diabolical performance he had on Sunday. So I want him to go back in the midfield and redeem himself with a fantastic performance against FC Zurich. I don't know so much about the players of FC Zurich, but I know they're a decent team in Switzerland. And in my opinion, we should be able to go there and take all 3 points. What do you guys think? I will be shocked with the team we've gone with not to claim all 3 points or have a victory. In my opinion, an emphatic victory. Now, Martinelli has been playing a lot of games, and we know he plays with a lot of high energy, high tempo, high intensity. Is he going to start now that Smith Rowe is out? And we don't know how long Smith Rowe is going to be out for. So I don't know what's going to happen regarding Martinelli because in a very different situation, I would have expected Martinelli to start. Maybe can come in for 20 minutes, but since Smith Rowe is out, maybe Marquinhos might start, maybe Vieira might start, maybe Saka might start. We don't know. So I'm expecting a few rotations, not heavy rotation. Like I said, I won't be surprised if Jesus starts tomorrow, but I'm expecting Keita to start. I'm expecting Vieira to have his first start. We know he came in for 15 minutes cameo against Manchester United, and he looked good. His passing, his movement, his willingness to take some shots. I like what I see. Like I said, it's just small sample. It's just 15 minutes, but I like what I see. It looks a bit still rusty, but you could see that he has a decent passing range. His movement, he can defend. He's looking good. So I'm expecting Vieira to start tomorrow, Nketiah to start tomorrow, Tomiyasu to get his first start. I don't know as a right back or as a center half, but I think Tomiyasu will get a first start tomorrow. Holding might get a start tomorrow. I won't be shocked if Gabriel gets a rest. What do you guys think? But like I said, I'm expecting 60% at most rotation. I'm not expecting 90 or 100% rotation because we don't want squad number to do 100% rotation. And I understand that for the past, since Arteta has been here, he doesn't do 100% rotation. He likes to do at least 70% at most. He wants to keep the flow of the game. If you heavily rotate the team, the performance will be disjointed. That's what a lot of people don't get. I understand you want to give players rest. I understand you want them not to be too vulnerable to injuries because if you play them, they might get to the red zone. But they haven't played too much. And these guys are professional athletes and they're very young, so they need minutes. Now, the scare and the fearmonger of injury, you cannot for sure predict when injuries will happen. Whether you keep them wrapped in cotton wool or not, players get injured. Even we know during the All or Nothing series that was beamed on Amazon. Shout out to Arsenal. Kieran Tierney had a freak injury coming out from the bathroom. So these things happen, whether on the pitch or outside the pitch. So, like I said, playing FC Zurich tomorrow should be very, very interesting. Let's look at some quotes from the presser. regarding the game tomorrow. Arteta had a presser in Zurich when they got there this evening, and they had a brief press conference. So let's look at some key notes. So he had something to mention about Smith Rowe's injury. So on Smith Rowe, according to Arteta, he said he felt discomfort in an area that he has been dealing with now for a few weeks. He wasn't comfortable after the game, and he hasn't trained in the last few days, so he's out. So he didn't put a timestamp on Smith Rowe injury. Hopefully, it's not as extended. Nobody has put a timestamp on it. Hopefully, Smith Rowe can come back. And I'm getting worried with this incessant reoccurrence of injury to Smith Rowe. You need to do something about it. I'll do a video regarding that in the next few days. Let's look at other key things on Fabio Vieira and if it helped him to get out of the spotlight at the start of the season. So he spoke about Fabio Vieira's, since most of the fans are actually forgetting about Fabio Vieira until we saw him against Manchester United, even though we wanted other midfielders, but we know he has been injured. He didn't take a part in preseason, so we didn't have chance to assess him or actually gloat or glow over him. But right now, let's see what he's made of. So Arteta has some few words to say about the inclusion of Fabio Vieira. We are looking for players that can play in 3 positions in the front line and in the attacking midfielder position. We are looking for specific quality in the market. And when we saw him, I really liked what I saw. Straight away, I was convinced he was a player who can help us get to the next level. And he had the right personality and character to play for our club. It's a shame we detected an injury when we were doing medical. He had no preseason and everything has been delayed. But hopefully, he's going to see a lot of. You're going to see a lot of him in the next few weeks, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. These are rave reviews from Arteta regarding Fabio Vieira. He must rate him very highly. Like I said, I've seen it. Even though I've seen the YouTube compilations before he came to Arsenal, and I've seen, like I said, 15 minutes at Old Trafford last week, and the other match he had with the under-21. You can tell his touches are different. He has the gal. He has he has that aura of a player that's going to have a standard season. For me, his movement, the way he plays with the ball, the way he caresses the ball, the vision he has. I'm looking forward to seeing him produce exquisite moment in the Arsenal team. So, like, you can hear that, you can see that Arteta himself is excited to have him back, and he confirmed that we're going to see more of him, and even said he can play 4 positions, which is fantastic. So, like I said, so when you're building your squad, most people that watch football on the surface are always looking for having two players, two specific players in every position. No, sometimes you have to build your team around malleable players that can play sometimes 3 positions, sometimes 2 positions, sometimes 4 positions. Yes, you still need specificity in certain areas, but you don't build a squad like that. Sometimes you need to have a few players. Well, not, I won't go with the word utility players. No, they're very, very good players, technical players, but they can play the attacking positions very well, whether as a left wing or left forward attacking, or as a 10 or 8 or right wing. You need players like that can play those positions at a very, very high level. And it seems like Fabio Vieira fits into that perfectly. I can see that Arteta himself is giving us guarantees that we as fans are going to enjoy the quality this player is going to bring to our team. So regarding, like I say, FC Zurich tomorrow, I expect a convincing win. Like I said, I don't know so much about FC Zurich players, so pardon me on that. So, like I said, we've gone with a very strong squad, and I expect us to go there and claim 3 points, even though it's away. Like I said, I'm not expecting a heavy rotation. I'm expecting at least 50% rotation. I won't be surprised if he starts Jesus tomorrow. Even I'm expecting to start Eddie. Like I said, I'm just expecting 50% rotation, and I'm expecting a very good performance, a bounce back performance from defeat we had at Old Trafford, and a very convincing win. And I'm predicting a 3-0 win. I think we can keep a clean sheet tomorrow. Guys, leave your prediction in the chat box, comment section, and let me know your predictions. Let me know your predict 11, and let me know how many percent rotation you think the team will need. Like I said, do not forget to subscribe to this channel to help me grow this channel. You liking the video will actually help me in your reading. It's very important. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you guys on the next one.